Hello everyone. Now again we will see the problem depending upon the principle of superposition. This is the different problem from the previous problem. This problem is also asked for the 6 marks for the May 2011. So it is very important problem. Whatever the problem we have seen in the previous lecture, it is different, and this problem is different, means condition is different, method is same. Okay, we have to follow the same method for this problem also. Okay, so first of all we will read the problem statement in detail. Main important point while solving the problem is, if you are able to understood the problem statement, if you are able to understood the given data, then and then only you can able to solve the problem. Okay, if you are not able to solve, if you are not able to get the given data, then it is very difficult to solve the problem. Okay, so first of all you try to concentrate on the problem statement. You try to mug up what the given data is given in the problem statement. Okay, so we will read first of all the problem statement. So a member ABCD is subjected to a point load as a P1, P2, P3 and P4. There are 4 forces. Okay, P1, P2, P3, P4, and member is ABCD. As shown in the figure, this is figure which is already given in the problem statement. Okay, now our target is, so they are saying that calculate the force P3 necessary for the equilibrium, because force P3 is not given in this problem statement. In the previous problem we have seen all the forces are given, but this is totally a different condition. In this case P1, P2 and P4 is given, but P3 is not given. So our target is to, first target is to find out the value of force P3, okay, necessary for the equilibrium. If P1 is 120 kilonewton, P2 is 220 kilonewton, P4 is 160 kilonewton, P3 is not given. Okay, also we have given the length, that is for the section AB length is 0.75 mm. This is also very important point. In some cases it is given in the meter, in some cases it is given in the mm. So try to concentrate which unit is given for the specific value. Again for the section BC, value of length is given as a 1 meter. For the section CD, value of length is given as a 1.2 meter. Okay, so again second is, they are saying that also determine the net change in the length of member. If or take the value of capital E is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Okay, so this is all the given terms which is given in the problem statement. This diagram is also given in the problem statement. Okay, such type of problem is asked for the 6 mark. This problem is already asked for the university exam for the May 2011. So it is very important point. Okay, so similar way we will solve such a problem by the principle of superposition, and also we will use same trick which already I have said to you in the previous problem. Okay, so let us, we will start. First of all we will find out the unknown force, that is P3, that can be find out, you know very well that we are using principle of superposition. Also we are using solving the problem of statically determinate members, that means the number of equation is equal to number of unknowns. Okay, or summation of forces is equal to 0, there is no need to take the moment. Such a type of condition is called as statically determinate member. So we can use the equilibrium condition to find out the value of P3. So to find out, before that, again we will return the given data, that is P1 is equal to 120 kilonewton, P2 is equal to 220 kilonewton, P4 is equal to 160 kilonewton. Also L1 is equal to 0.75 meter, L2 is equal to 1 meter, L3 is equal to 1.2 meter. Also we have given the value of capital E. E is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Okay, so these are the given data which is given in the problem statement. Okay, so solution, how to find out the answer. Okay, so to find out the value of P3, we have to use the condition of equilibrium. What the condition of equilibrium tell to us? That is, so applying condition of equilibrium, what it tells us, that is summation of forces along the x-axis is equal to 0. Use this condition for this diagram. Okay, use this condition for this diagram to find out the value of P3, which is unknown. P1, P2 and P4 is given, P3 is unknown. So that's why we are using a principle of equilibrium, because members are in a series and this is a statically determinate member. That's why we can use the principle of equilibrium. Okay, so by using the principle of equilibrium along the x-axis, it is written as for this condition, consider the forces which is acting in this direction as a minus and consider the forces which are acting to the right side as a plus. Okay, so this is the assumption. What assumption we have taken? Consider the forces which are acting to the left side as a minus, consider the forces which are acting to the right side as a plus. Okay, so by applying this principle and applying the principle of equilibrium, so this minus P1, this plus P2, this minus P3 plus P4 is equal to 0. Okay, so we have to require value of P3. So minus P3 is equal to this minus get plus to the right side, that is P1, this plus becomes minus to the right side, that is minus P2, this is also minus P4. So after putting the value of P1, P2, P3 which is given in the given data, that is P1, P2, P4, okay, put all these values here, you will get the answer. P3 is equal to 260 kilonewton acting in this direction, because already the direction is also given in the diagram, that is value of force P3 is shown here and its direction shown in this direction. Okay, so very simple. To find out the value of P3, we have used condition of equilibrium, that is summation of forces to the x direction is equal to 0. By using such a condition and by putting all the values which are known to us previously, we will get a value of P3, which is coming as a 260 kilonewton. Okay, so this is condition number 1 is find out. Okay, now next is we have to find out the change in the length of member, because in the problem statement there are the two unknowns, or they told us that find out first P3 and second one is determine the net change in the length of the member. How much change in the length of this total member, that we have to find out in the second condition. Okay, so we will find out the total change in the length of member. So let us, for that we will again draw the force diagram similar to the first problem. Okay, let us start from this section. For example, this is A, B, C and D. So start from section CD, next BC and section AB. Okay, so we'll draw the force diagram. So this is section CD, then next is section BC and first is section AB. Okay, so you know very well that we are using one trick to draw the force diagram. So put the hand at section at section C and consider the forces which are acting to the right side from this section. So there is only one force, that is P4, which is acting to the tensile side. Okay, so P4, and P4 value of P4 is 160 kilonewton. To maintain this system in equilibrium, we have to apply the same force having the same magnitude to its other end. Then and then only this system is in equilibrium. So 160 kilonewton. Okay, this is section CD having a length that is 1.2 meter. Okay, now similarly put your hand at section B and consider the forces to the right side from the section B. So there are two forces, that is P3 and P4. P3 we have found from the first case, and P4 is already given. So direction of this P3 is to the left side and P4 is to the right side. So P4 minus P3. Okay, so it is coming, P4 is 160 and P3 is 240, which is coming in the first answer. So deduct that value and it is coming as 100, but compressive. 100 kilonewton. To maintain the system in equilibrium, we are applying the same and force having an equal magnitude to its other end. So this is 100 kilonewton. Okay, hope so you are getting what I am saying to you. If you are not getting, you are free to ask me. Don't be hesitate. You can ask me anytime. You can comment me in the comment box. You can ask me personally. Okay, so don't be hesitate, because it is very important problem as far as the university exam is concerned. Okay, next is section AB. Okay, now to find out the force at section AB, similarly keep hand at section A and consider the forces which are acting to the right side, that is force P2, P3 and P4. These two forces acting in the same direction, but this is in the opposite direction. So plus P2 and P4 and minus P3 form it. So you will get tensile force of 120 kilonewton. Okay, very simple. Just use a trick for that to draw the force diagram. Okay, now let us, it is as a P1, this is P2 and this is P3, this is as a L1, that is 0.75 meter, this is L2, that is 1 meter, and this is 1.2 meter. Okay, so let us use the principle of superposition. What it tells us, that is delta L is equal to delta L1 plus delta L2 plus delta L3, okay, is equal to PL by A for section 1 plus PL by A for section 2 plus PL by A for section 3. Okay, so put the respective value at respective locations. Also, while putting the value of P1, you know very well that the tensile forces we are taking as a positive and compressive forces as a negative. That means in this case 120 P1 as take as a positive, this P2 take it as it is a compressive force, take it as a negative. Again it is as a positive tensile force, so take value of P3 as a 160, it is as a positive. Okay, so put all such a values in this equation. Value of A is also given for the specific cross section, so put all the values, that is PL by A, P, this is P1 L1, P2 L2, P3 L3. Okay, so also in this case there is a cross section is also given for the specific section. For section AB we have given the cross section, that is 40 by 40. For section BC cross section is given as a 25 by 25. For section CD the cross section is given as a 30 by 30. Okay, so this is A1, A2 and A3, and E is the common, that is 2 into 10 raised to 5. Okay, so put all these values in this equation, that is P1 is a 120 into 10 raised to 3 into L1, that is in mm, that is 750, divided by, for the section 1 cross section is 1600 into E is 2 into 10 raised to 5 bracket close, plus again value of P2 is given, but it is compressive force, that's why take it as a minus sign, minus 100 into 10 raised to 3 into L2, that is 1000, divided by area, that is A2 is given as 625 into 2 into 10 raised to 5 bracket close, plus into bracket P3 is also a tensile force, so take it as a positive, 160 into 10 raised to 3 into L3 is given as 1200 divided by cross section is 900 into 2 into 10 raised to 5 bracket close. After simplifying these all the calculation into the calculator, we will get a final answer that is 0.548 mm, that is plus sign. Okay, that means extension. This is the condition of extension. Okay, so very simple problem. I hope so you got it what I explained today. So thank you so much.